everyone. Here we are, day 21. I can't even believe 3 weeks has gone by since we started. It's really amazing. So I was just doing a saber set just to bring everything kind of back into place. I was out in the garden today, so I thought I would do a little bit of that. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for everybody else to get here, and before I start talking about some topics, hello, that would be Rosemary. Hey, hi. So while we're just waiting for everybody else to get here, before I dive into a couple of topics, I thought maybe we could do seated to standing dawn use, but trace the meridians. And that would be just to bring everything back into balance and flow. So then I'll explain that a little bit further afterwards, but I'm just going to take my glasses off and let's do that. So we've got central comes up the front, hands go down the middle. You can kind of sink back towards the tailbone, up out the top for governing. I'm bringing that back in, that comes down. Thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate it. Up, sink, comes up the back, over the top. Okay, and this time I'm going to look into the mirror, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I have got this. Just bringing everything into focus, comes up the front, down the center, up the back, looking into the mirror, I love you. Coming back in and down. So that's 3 times doing that little one. Okay, so let's put our seated to standing dawn use in. So if you're just joining in, I'm just waiting for everybody to get here. And so I'm just doing seated to standing dawn use, the sets of 3 that you've seen me do before. And we traced central and governing. So if you got here and you missed out on that, I'm just piggybacking you in. So you can just pretend like you were here. Here's number 3. You can see that I'm going to warm up really fast. Comes out to balance. And then up and out. And down. Perfect. Okay, I see lots of names up there. Took my glasses off though, so I can't see exactly who's there. But welcome. Glad to have you here on Sunday. So get that out of the way. Okay, so let's do the second part. Tracing. So we have stomach. Goes around the front of the cheeks, down the front, off the toes. Comes back in for spleen. Comes to the armpit, goes down beside the ribs. One hand goes out with the palm down. You trace underneath, over the top. That's going to the ear. Other side, underneath, over the top, going to the ear. Okay, so we go in and out. And that feels awesome. I should have done this before I went in the garden, not after. And up and out. And again. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's go to the next part. So we have bladder, over the top, down the back, 2 channels. They go behind the legs, underneath. We talked about those yesterday. Kidney comes up the front, and we were balancing the water element yesterday. This is circulation triple warmer, corner of the eyebrow. All right, and then we go back again. So for those of you who are just coming on, we are just doing seated to standing dawn use, waiting for everybody to get here. Just thought I'd just get some flow coming through the body. And up and out. And then I'll start into my topic for the day. It's always so cool. I will start the day and I wonder, what will I be talking about? And by the time I get to 5, something has happened or an email's come in and put it all together. It's beautiful. All right, that's the teamwork, because I sure miss having my teams every day, going to different classes and the information that everybody helps to inspire. Okay, so we're going cheekbones, in front of the ear, over the ear, down the side of the body, all the way down, bottom of the feet, comes back in. This goes towards the ribs, comes back around to the front. Hand goes out, palm down. This is lung to thumb. Okay, the last one was liver, gallbladder. This one, or gallbladder, liver, I better say it that way. This is lung. Pointer finger is large intestine, goes to the opposite nostril. So underneath, lung to thumb, pointer finger, opposite nostril. Thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate that. Coming out. And then glide, and up and out. What I love about this sequence is I don't have to count Danyus, but we do, I think it's almost 50 by the time we're done doing all the tracings, because we do 3 each time gives us 9. So in each sequence. Not that I want to do tons of Danyus, but the more the better. Okay, so we got that. So why did I do that exercise? I had some wonderful feedback yesterday about when you have too much energy in the system, what do you do? Because it makes it hard to sleep. And usually, if you have too much energy in the system, it means there's a block. Something isn't flowing correctly. So even though you might have been doing some Tai Chi work, you might have done some meditation, energetically you were involved in doing something wonderful, but what happens is the energy isn't flowing quite correctly somewhere in the system and you don't know where that is. So what you want to do is find the flow. If you trace the meridians, you'll be able to open that flow up. And you'll probably notice it. You trace a meridian and you go to do the Danyus, and all of a sudden they're really easy. So for me, having had surgery that was on the front of the body on central system, a lot of times if I trace central and governing and then do the Danyus afterwards, they are simple. If I just do the Danyus first, I will struggle through them. My legs will not be able to get coordinated. And that's how I know there's something not quite balanced in the system, and all I need to do is balance it. So if you notice that and you can't go to sleep, one way is to bring balance back into the system. And you just acknowledge it and just say, I return my cells to their natural state. That phrase that I've been sharing with everybody. What you're doing is asking the body to go into its innate healing, put it back in the right place. So tracing the meridians, doing some Danyus could be very helpful. And then the other thing that can be very helpful is that Cook's hookup that I've been sharing with you as well. That can also be extremely helpful for just calming everything for going to sleep. And another one is palm onto the head, other hand at the back. If you're lying down, then you can just kind of curl up with it, and you'll probably find when you fall asleep with your hands, they'll just fall away. It's kind of hard to do. You can do fingertips on the forehead this way, but not so easy when you're lying in bed. It's easier to just go palm to palm. Anyway, I hope that that's going to help. So anybody who over-energizes the system and doesn't have the flow coming all the way through, just balance it. That's it. So I hope that answers that question. So then I have 2 other things that came up yesterday. So one is for time of day. Sometimes people can't sleep because their body shifts the clock. And so it's easy to shift the clock back. That's like when we do our time change, or if we were traveling. None of us have that problem right now. But if we were traveling, then you could set the clock again. So if you look at the clock right now and see what time it is, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to take my glasses off again. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand across and rub your ear from the top of the ear all the way around to the bottom. And then go a little bit closer in on the ear and give a tug. And then a little bit more tug. Okay, so that's 3 times. And again, you're thinking about what time it is. So here where I live, it is just after 5. So I'm just going to put my body back on the right clock and then coming through. So in my other life, which is doing bioenergetic wellness, I could muscle monitor to find out where my body thought the time was, and then I would know how far off I was. But without knowing that, it's easy to just reset it. And then if it was off, great. If it wasn't, when you rub your ear goes into every system in the body, which is fantastic. So it's also a great way to balance if you don't have good energy flow and you just need to give a little boost. That's also really good if you find you're just kind of lagging a little bit in energy. Just rub your ears. It's very fast. And then you can carry on with what you're doing. Okay, now if you have challenge with the neck and turning the neck, I was watching a video yesterday of an older gentleman who was giving instructions on flexibility, and in order to turn his head, he was making all kinds of funny positions. Anyway, it was quite a hoot. It's one of those things that went around Facebook. But it just reminded me how many people can't actually turn their head. And when you rub your ears, it opens up the opportunity to turn your head a little bit more. Okay, so that gives you that. So I'm hoping that information is helpful for you. I did see some thumbs up go up the screen, so that's great. But that led me to one more topic, which is the vagus nerve. And yesterday I was researching for a course I teach tomorrow, my Chi integration course, my Set 9 group. And we're working on some brain formatting. And in that process, one of the brain formats, working with the pons in the medulla oblongata, 2 parts at the base of the brain stem, goes down into the spine. So we're just coming into finite working on that. And the vagus nerve is really significant for that. And I talked about it in my Tai Chi classes that I teach, but probably those people who are viewing wouldn't be familiar with this. So I'm going to share it. And I'll take my glasses back off. The way to reset the vagus nerve is very simple. You just turn your eyes. You leave your head where it is, but just turn your eyes as far as you can to one corner. And then hold your eyes there until you get an involuntary reaction, which is swallowing, yawning, blinking extra, sniff. Okay. One is usually a yawn, and usually doesn't take me very long. My eyes go to the corner and it'll set. Okay, and then I'm going to take my eyes to the other corner and repeat. Beautiful. Okay, that resets the vagus nerve. Thank you for the thumbs up. The vagus nerve oversees so many systems in the body, and it is important as a link between the brain and the central nervous system. And I'm giving this as like really, really basic information. It is just so powerful for what it does for the body. So that's one that I like to throw in extra. If I'm just feeling a little bit off again, it's really great to just reset it, just in case, you know, you were staring at the computer screen, you gritted your jaw because you were working on something up close, or you were intensely focused and everything got tighter. That nerve actually can constrict. And so if you can just let it relax and reset, that can make a huge difference. That can be through like digestion, respiration, elimination, like it can show up anywhere. So it's another good one to put in there. Okay, so I see some flowers going up. Thank you, thank you. I love that, those people that know how to navigate the computer. So, okay, so now that we did that, that leads me to what my topic is for today. And that has to do with the neck and the eyes and how you use them in Tai Chi. I haven't talked about that because we're navigating being on a computer screen and trying to see each other while we're doing Tai Chi. But what's really important is practicing with your eyes scanning, and that's really important. So I thought what we could do is do the Tai Chi set. Now I'm going to stay seated because I don't have to worry about feet and directions and running into the dining room table, etc. So you can decide standing or seated. We'll do as far as we've practiced so far, which is kind of midway into the second part. I wanted to go up to where the snake comes in, because tomorrow I want to do the snake. But I thought what I would do is navigate the eyes today. So for you to be able to understand how the eye scanning can be reprogramming you. It can program right and left side coordination, up and down coordination, front and back coordination. And if you've been sitting doing, again, tight things, those processes may not be functioning well. So we can actually reset all that with the eyes while we're doing Tai Chi. So we just have to remember to do that. I'm going to take my glasses off now. That way I can focus on eyes. You can focus on your eyes. And if you can do it without your glasses, then you don't have the rims limiting your eye scanning, because you'll only go as far as your rims. So if you can take them off and let your eyes just be their normal selves, they are massaging and exercising the same as your body is. Okay, so let's do the Tai Chi set then from the beginning up to where we've practiced so far. Okay, so we'll do all 108. You're welcome to do that after. I just don't want to spend this class time on it. Okay, so let's put the bow in. And now with this one, look long distance. And then as you go down, you're going to go short distance. And then you're going to go short back up to long distance. And then let that go. Probably haven't thought of it that way. Again, I'm focusing on eyes. So if you need help with movements, you're going to have to be watching, but I'm going to talk about eyes. Okay. So commencement. Again, you can go long distance, short distance. This could be short. And when you turn and you go out to your right, long distance. Hold the ball, short distance. Left grasp bird's tail, long distance. Hold the ball. This is going to go long distance. And this is going to scan. It's going to scan back. Scan through. Take it out. Nice and long. And then it's going to go short. This is going to come around, whip. So again, you're coming through small, and you look past your arm, makes it long. Step up to raise hands. You can come into your hands, which would be short distance. And then your eyes are going to go long. White stork spreads wings, goes up. So now you're looking around. Let the eyes scan everywhere you're going. Brush knee. Long distance, short distance. Long distance, brush knee. Now you have the opportunity to look around. So you're scanning. Open, brush knee. So it's going to come back. Scan across, bring it back. Looking at the arm, short distance. Long distance, brush knee. Twist step, looking out long. Goes in, out, wipe the sleeve, and then out. Scanning the eyes. Two hands, so this is going to go short to long. Leave it out long. Over. Leave it out long. So now you're going to sink back. This turns around. Brush knee. I was carrying tiger to the mountain. Wipe the sleeves. Your eyes scan. They scan back. Scan across. And scan back. Comes around for whip out diagonal. Your long distance. Drop the elbows. Scan across. Scan back. Fist goes underneath the elbow. Palm turns, so you're looking at your hand, and then you can go long distance, scan, straight back, long distance, open, scan, right across, long distance, open, scan, long distance, open. Now it's going to go all the way around so you can see all the way through the room. Oops. Step up to raise hands. Strum the pepa. Sorry. Step up to raise hands. Drop. Long distance. Here goes. You're going to scan across, but But you have this beautiful spiral in that movement. And then this goes to brush knee. Comes back. Push needle to C bottom, which we worked on yesterday. You're going to go narrow with your focus. Comes up. Scan across. Look out long distance. Separating. Chop. Comes through. Right sleeve. I'm just going to go a little bit further. Hold the flowers, because you know all this anyway. And punch. A step, and we have grass bird's tail. So you're looking out. Long. Comes back. Palm to palm. Comes back. Looking out long distance. Comes back around, whip to one side, reach out. Move hands like clouds, which we have done before. This is fantastic for eye scanning. Your eyes go all the way across, and then they scan back. All the way across. Now you'll be short distance or long distance, depending on where you are in a room. But you have the opportunity to figure out where you want to stand to do your set. And if you want to scan long distance, go for it. But if you need more work short distance, you can do that too. But you have the option. Okay, let's do whip here. Hands come in, whip to one side, reach out. High pat on horse, comes up. Now, this would go, look out long, but it goes down. And so it gives you narrow, but then you come up to look out. This goes down, so it goes narrow. And then look out, so it goes long. That'll come around, look out long. And then this goes brush knee. Brush knee. This comes out, and I think I somehow got on the wrong hand. Low punch. Left hand goes high. Comes around. And punch. And this would lend us into strike tiger. Okay, let's go just to there. That gives us a lot where you can start to really work with it. Okay, you start thinking eyes. You can see how quickly all the other stuff we've talked about through the last 3 weeks disappears. When you change your focus in Tai Chi, you discover so many more things about the movements because of where you put your focus. And that's setting your intention. So if your intention is you want to improve what your eyes are capable of, then set your intention that when you run the set, you're going to really focus on the eyes and let them really scan and see things. When you get into a set and you just want to run the set, you're not thinking about anything. You're just running the set. That's when you're completely relaxed and everything. But you have the chance to make differences by how you set your intention. So you know we've been working on the power of the force and what that means for the movement, that expansion, contraction. That changes how your body understands its movement. If we change our focus into spine rotation or lengthening the spine, you already have experienced what that means. Your body with practice gets used to that. And when you go to just run the set, it feels things and it just automatically puts them in and you don't have to think about it. So, but that's where your practice comes in. If you've practiced those things, your body innately will know to do it. It's a pattern it will have adopted. If you haven't practiced, then you need to spend time with a certain intention or topic. And that time with it will bring it all together and hone it in. Okay. So I hope that gives you a little bit to play with in that regard. So you could see, move hands like clouds, you could see how you could scan across and bring it back. And you have the whole spine moving all the way up the back of the neck as well. Okay, so that's that piece. So let's go to Lok Hup, which we worked on the last few days as well. But let's go to the Lok Hup so you have the opportunity now to do the scanning as well. So in Lok Hup, what I'm going to do is go to standing just for those people who need a little bit of that. If you're seated, you know you're just going from the sit bone to the tailbone, okay? And so you're going to stay there, and I'm just going to add in standing here so we get that variation. We've got a cat coming for some food. You might see a tail pop in there. Okay, so if we go to Lok Hup, palm is going to go up, and you're going to be looking up and out. Lengthen all the way through. That's going to sink. Tailbone opens. Turning the hands, your eyes are going to scan all the way around, and they can lead your hands back. Turning comes through, so now you're looking long distance. I get to look out my kitchen and dining room windows. It's giving me a gorgeous view of the field and the mountains on the other side, and a gorgeous blue sky today. Okay, so coming around, wipe the sleeve, and now right here your eyes turn from one side and focus. Wipe the sleeve, they come back, and that comes down. Hold the ball. Interestingly enough, my knee just completely moved itself and realigned. And I've been focusing on eyes. I find it so fascinating. Wipe. Comes back and step together. This is going to go up to the top. Open so you can look out long distance. Might be up close now, and then long distance again. Turn. That rolls back. You're looking up and out, long through the spine, walking through the feet. So that's waking up kidney meridian, push up. Sinking back. This is going to come all the way around. Roll the hands, sink down, step, and you're going to come through. And there goes the other knee. It's trying to realign itself as well. That's interesting. Okay, fingertips are at the top. Comes down. Push. You're looking around. Comes back to the hip, so you're looking by the right. And then the palm is going to go out flat. Hold the ball. Step, and that's long, so you can look way out, and long, and then where we finished yesterday, open the hand and push through. Okay, I hope I was still in the screen. Sorry, I saw a couple more names that popped up. So, Paula's in there, Yvonne joined on. Wonderful, excellent. Okay, I don't get to see everybody's names, but I get to see a few. Thank you for coming. All right, so I'm hoping with that one, you got to see how you could use your eyes coming through that particular set and get a chance to play with that. So now we've ran halfway through the 108, and we've run partway through the first part of Lok Hup. So what I wanted to do is focus a little bit on something just to hone a skill in. And so, I just want to make sure I have covered everything I wanted. So I want to go up to Green Dragon. So we just finished the Lok Hup here on the last one. So what I would like to do is go from that little spot, which is going to turn us around. So we're going from, if I look at you, I'm going to go to my left, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to be traveling to the other side, to the right. Okay, so I'm actually traveling from side to side. So I just wanted you to feel that. Okay, so what we end up with is your right foot would be in front, your right hand would go up. That's where we would finish. Left hand would be down. And your right hand is going to turn, and it's going to scoop around, all the way around, so you can turn back to the front. Now there's a lot in there, and I'm going to focus on eyes today. So this is going to be a completely different way of looking at the Lok Hup set. Instead of spine rotation, open and drop, moving the belly, because we've been doing that as well. So this is all just about what to do with the eyes. So your right foot is out, right hand goes out, and now you know all about how the palm changes how your hip moves. So this goes out, and the tailbone drops, The hand goes to flat as you push back, and your eyes are going to look all the way around, as far as you can see to the back. And then when you come back around to turn, your right toe is going to turn, your right palm is going to go up, and your left one is down at the bottom. Okay, so let's do that again. And I can't quite see my foot, so I'll back up a bit. So we're out. This goes reach, push back. This comes back. So the right hand is going to go around your face. You get to look all the way around. And then step open. And now what happens is your right hand goes on the top, your left hand goes on the bottom, and you make like a funnel. And when it comes right out from the center, you drop down into a danyu. Okay? Now the danyu, I've tried to be very careful because I can't see you. So you need to make sure you're safe with your body. One, your back needs to be open. And when you go to drop, the lower back needs to be able to melt. Two, you need to bend at the hip, and you need to keep your knees behind your toes. So if you go to bend and you go forward, that will be incorrect and you will hurt your knees. So I have warned you. It will not be my responsibility. You need to sit back and sit back so that the toes stay, or the knees stay behind the toes. Okay, and you may not actually go down very far because the only thing you need to worry about is lengthening the back. Okay? So right hand has come down, left hand is underneath, and you push out. And then we repeat the whole move to turn to face the other way. So the right hand spirals to go behind you. The left hand spirals, and of course we're thinking eyes. So we go up, palm is turned, left toe turns all the way around to face the back. You step open to the back, and now the right hand spirals to come on the bottom while the left hand goes on the top, and you can expand out. I'm just going to finish here since my back's to you. I'm going to open my elbows, my palms are going to face each other. I'm going to turn my right heel, hold the ball, up on the right, sink on the right, step towards would be the right front corner, and you're going to turn and reach out with the hand like you're looking for pizza. Okay, I better not say pizza, so most of us don't have access to that anymore. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of that. I didn't talk so much about eyes as I was trying to navigate that, but let's go back to that. So let's go to the right foot being out, right hand being out. That was where we finished yesterday. And now what we're going to do is lengthen, look out long, and then as you come back in, your eyes scan around the room. They look right behind, so you can feel in your neck how you turn the neck. This comes all the way around to face the front to each other here. Right hand is on the top, and go out. Now, we come up, but then we push into that left foot to spiral us to the right. The hand goes up past the face. Turn the palm. As you turn the left toe, the palm and the toe turn together. Step apart. Right hand goes underneath. And you're going to push out. Open the hand, or the elbows. The hands face each other. And you come up. Like hold the ball, step through, and reach out. Such a cool move, that move there, because you end up, when you've pushed, which way are the hands? You pushed it out, you expand through the elbows, you're really expanding through the belly, expanding through the hip and the shoulder. You expand all that, but the hands end up across from each other, which means the palms connect, and then you have this spiral action that leads you into hold the ball and then pull out. So you have a chance to really expand with that. So now, think about your eyes. You scanned around and came back. You scanned around, you came back. When you go like this here, let's go. You just finished doing all that turning. resetting in here. All the nerves, tendons, everything in here. Everything's nice and relaxed. You've turned it, relaxed it. Expand, expand, look out, and then this is look long distance, and you're ready to go, okay? Or if you need to be looking at a certain range, I have one range in the distance that I don't focus well at. Everything else is good. That gives you a chance, find that spot, set up where you want to focus your eyes to. Okay, let's do it one more time. So you can think about where you would want to practice after you've done this. Okay, so your right hand is going out, right foot. This is going to sink back. The hand turns, your eyes turn. You're coming all the way around. Turn the palm up, step apart. This is going to come out from the center. This is going to come over, left hand, all the way around. And again, the eyes are part of all of that. Step apart, sink, open, feel those palms. Feel the energy that's translating through there. Step, and let that pull out. Okay, so we got to here. Let's just get the last part because I want to get up to Green Dragon. So you have left reaches out. This is like parting horse's mane from Tai Chi. And we'll just leave it at that discussion today because we're really focusing on eyes. And what's going to happen is the right hand turns palm down. Right toe turns in. Left hand comes in. We call it wipe the table. Plant the feet so they're shoulder width apart. And you're looking up and out. Right hand goes up. But then you look over to the left. And then you look towards the right while you come around to hold the ball. And then you're going to look out long. So you have 3 of these. 1, step with your right foot. 2, I'm hoping. Okay, I'm just going to back up because I'm running out of room. So I'm going to do left hand again, because there's 3 of them. Right hand, I also saw there was a hold in the video. And then left. And then this one finishes with the eyes come back with the hand. Toe turns, so it's right to the side. You're going to bring the green dragon's claw out. Claw here and claw here. But you go up through the back of the head, pull up really long, and focus right out. And then you'll be digging your back foot behind you. Okay? So let's do that last little bit. I'll move down so hopefully you can see my feet. So we hold the ball, step with the left foot, and reach out long. Hold the ball, reach out long. Now this is going to be wipe the table. So this comes back, and you can feel it through the back and the shoulders. Everything is relaxed in circles. Sink, tailbone drops. Look over to the left. Look to the right, drop into that movement to hold the ball, and then you have 3 of these. Left hand, looking out long. Right hand, looking out long. Left hand, looking out long. And then your left hand comes back. Left toe lines up to the side wall. Dig your right foot as you get your right hand out. Drop your tailbone, and you'll be ready to sink back. Okay, so that gives you new movements in Lok Hup to play with, but also gives you somewhere to take your eyes. Really think about how you want to work with them. Okay, so let's do a couple of danyus, because tomorrow I would like to do snakes, and I just would love for you to have your danyus in place. We did a lot of toyus last week, and I walked away from those a little bit, so hopefully you've been playing with them. So if we do a standing danyu, everybody knows seated, so go ahead and sit if you need to. Palm is going to come up. The tailbone drop back, sink. This is going to come back. Okay, so what I realized was I set up my feet as if I was going to be sitting down. I had one thought in my mind as I was trying to instruct for sitting. Feet are shoulder width apart. Turn to 45. Let the heel go out. Turn your toes just a little bit. There you go. Now I'm in the right spot. Sorry about that. Hands come out, tailbone releases, sink. And again, we're not going to go down very low. I want you to make sure that your knees are behind your toes. What I really want you to do is just feel the connection, eyes, ears, shoulders, nice and relaxed, palms up, sink. So a little bit different focus today because we're thinking about eyes. Sink. Comes back up. Belly's relaxed. Sink. And back up. It just gives you a few more danyus to put into place. Okay, so I think I got everything that was on my list for today. And I'm just going to come a little bit closer. I have done Cook's Hookup to finish the last couple of days. And you could easily go and do that yourself if you'd like. And so what I just thought I would remind you of is if you need it, you've got the ear rub to be able to put there. I'm just going to give you one more little tool. This comes from Touch for Health. This is my other job. All right. And this one would allow you also to do some eye scanning. What I'm going to do is just come up here. Rosemary, thank you for those flowers. Those are really cool. Tulips. It's beautiful. Okay, I was out in the garden finding my tulips and the crocuses that are coming up. It's beautiful. Okay, so eye scanning side to side. If you rub K27, which are the end points where when we were tracing up, we were stopping there. So now you take a finger on either side and rub that spot, but scan your eyes side to side. And you can actually reset the eyes. And if you find there's a spot where your eyes skip, go back and forth through that space and you can actually gain strength where they normally are skipping. You'll be able to bring that out. Okay. The other one is your fingers go on the top and the bottom. Some people do it this way. You're moving the lips. I like to do it this way. Your eyes scan up to down and down to up. So you just scan straight down, take it back up again. And again, same thing. If you want to take time with it, you can scan slowly, find where the eyes jump, and then you can reset them just by doing that. Really cool. Then you've got your hand goes on your tailbone at the back. Other hand is on belly. Best is if it's this way, so it's fingertips around. You can do it this way, but this way is best. Long distance, short distance. So you're looking out, I'm looking across the field, and then comes back into my kitchen. And long distance, short. Okay, and the other is this way, and rubbing around this side, rubbing the tailbone there, long distance, short, long distance, short. Okay, that's another way to reset the eyes, let them play. And remember, take the glasses off while you do Tai Chi. Give your eyes a chance to work how they normally would be able to work. They know innately how to do that. We just end up putting these things in place. So I'm doing that so I can actually see the names on the screen. Okay, there you are. That is day number 21, which I can't even believe. And thank you for being here. Have a good rest of your Sunday. We do have on Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. my time, which will be 5:30 a.m. in Pacific time. You could do it just when you get up in the morning. So Wednesday is the Global Healing for our Atlantic Therapeutic Touch Network. So if you want to join in on that and just tie into all the other people who are just building energy at that time, please do. And again, if you get up in the morning and do it then, that's fine too. Or you can do it the night before and just, put it forward to the time that we'd all be gathering. And that's globally just trying to give healing to all those people who need extra energy. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you on that. A few other things coming up. I'll be posting some things in the events, so please keep checking. Finally, things are lining up. There's been a lot of stuff to work on. I'm trying to get information out. Please check dancedebut.com. There's going to be some newsletters that get posted there and that have come from other organizations that I'm working with. And I'd love to get the information shared to you. I just have to figure out how to navigate all that. Okay, So have a good rest of your Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, and keep your eyes busy. And remember to let the energy flow so you get a good night's sleep for those of you that need that. Okay? Take care.